These documents are what my family kept with us since we were refugees.
Samani Ratsabout fled the civil war in Laos at the age of 2. His family took him to several countries seeking asylum before they finally settled in the U.S.
What really inspired me as part of me developing the project and as well as me crafting my narrative for my story is our plane tickets. Our journey spanned 2.5 years in refugee camps and countless medical exams.
Ratsabout decided to tell his family's immigration story as a 4-minute digital video clip.
We're very careful because I want those stories to exist 50 years from now.
Ratsabout's colleague Elizabeth Vendito is in charge of the project. Since 2013, her team at the University of Minnesota's Immigration History Research Center have been collecting stories from immigrants and so far have made over 200 digital stories, like Ratsabout's.
My name is Mahmoud Wardere.
My name is Irma Marquez Trapero.
My name is Paiso.
My father.
All of them can be found on the research center's website.
When my parents came to America in 1987, my father made sure to bring his super hip Sony stereo with him to the new land.
I think it's a tool for people to tell their own stories in their own words and not to have people talk about them. That often happens both in the United States and other countries. People, politicians, people who have some political agenda saying, this is what an immigrant is like and this is what happens. And we say, well, no, here are people telling their own stories.
The fact that he did it by an executive order.
Research Center Director Eric Lee says that since Trump's shock election victory and introduction of his controversial travel ban, their project is more relevant than ever. Lee is a Chinese American. Her grandparents suffered under the Chinese Exclusion Act, which was enforced between 1882 to 1943. It was the first law that banned a specific ethnic group from immigrating to America and led to discrimination and even violent attacks against Chinese. But now she fears it won't be the last.
I never expected, as a historian, to have to stand in front of a classroom and tell my students that in the 21st century, we are now seriously proposing laws that are worse than the horrific Chinese Exclusion Act, an act that we now recognize as one of the darkest chapters in American history.
Using a digital archive, the team hopes to record the human face of Trump's immigration policies and leave it to future generations to judge. Han Peng, CGTN, Minneapolis.